Hey there and welcome back to the third episode in the series of Minecraft builds and getting started and surviving and that kind of thing. Now, I've had a couple of feedback already on the first video and a couple of other different early morning survival techniques while we just stand here and watch zombies and skeletons catch fire. Always a fun thing to happen. There are a couple of other ways of surviving the first night that I didn't mention, partly because there's a couple of flaws in them, though they can be effective if you need them. The first one I'm going to do here is just going to jump down, and it's a pretty classic kind of survival technique, and just ran straight into a zombie there. There we go. I'll just run across the water. Thankfully the zombie can't do that one, and there's a convenient nice little beach over here that has no zombie on it. There you go, they're all catching fire anyway, that'll teach the buggers. There's a good squiddy in the water here, don't worry about those, they're friendly, you can hang around those things all day. What I'm going to do here is just start digging out a bit of a hole here in the side of the cliff. Now you can do this too, it's real quick. Bit of rock behind there, but that's okay, we'll deal with that when we get to it. There you go. Now I'm going to grab one of my wooden pickaxes. If you're using this technique, it probably is worth the time to chop down a bit of timber and make a wooden pickaxe. Get yourself going. Yeah, and you can just dig back into the here a wee bit. There you go, and I can just use some of the dirt that I've just picked up here and just go bang, 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 like that. There you go, and I've got a nice little hole that I'm stuck in for the night, and there you go, I can just hang out and spend the night in here and I'll be perfectly safe. There's one little flaw in this one. Every now and then a zombie spawns in here. And then you're pretty much screwed. And also if you spin around you can't remember which direction you came in, which is probably the problem I've got right at this moment. That's the one. Good idea to leave yourself some sort of indicator as to how the hell you got in here so that you can get back out again. The other problem with that one is that when you're in there for the night, you're just in there for the night, you're stuck, you can't do anything else. Is one of the purposes of building my platform is that I can plant trees up around it, I can harvest the timber, I can stay active and do more things, I can make my pickaxe in the evening, all that sort of neat stuff. Okay, another technique which is quite useful as well is just digging up a bit of dirt like we've just done. I'll grab a wee bit more for purposes of the demonstration. Now if you're this can be useful if you're stuck somewhere and there's a lot of zombies around you and there's basically nowhere to go, like in a desert space or something like that. You can't do this with sand, but you can do it with sandstone. There we go. I'll just grab up that dirt there. Now you can just take that dirt and you can put one down on the ground, jump up on that and place two there, jump up on that one, place two there, jump up on that one. Here's where you want to hold the shift key to make sure you don't fall off, or otherwise you end up falling off like I just did. There you go. There you go, place that one up there, go into sneak mode so you don't fall off. Blang, bling. Into sneak mode so you don't fall off. And there you go, you've got a short platform that you can stand on. Yeah, you can always build that one out a little bit to be a bit safer and protect yourself from spiders. You want to make that a 3x3 on the block, so a 9 block square. That just reduces the chance of spiders or anything getting up there. If you're out in the desert, that's a real quick way of protecting yourself and just surviving at night. And now there's, I did say there were 3 ways of surviving that I hadn't come across. The third one I didn't bring up because, well, partly because I didn't actually spot something when I was making the video, which was a little silly of me. I was so fixated on looking over here for the trees and things like that, or up over here where my platform is, and around at the creepers, and then I got stuck over here into this bit of bush. And then somebody pointed out to me that just a little bit further away from where I was standing, just down on the river's edge here, there was something in the river. So I came down here and had a look. And lo and behold, there's a whole bloody town just a few 100 meters away from where I was standing. So this brings up another very obvious survival technique, villages in here and everything, is that you can, if you're lucky enough to find one of these towns lying around, then you can come down into this town and jump up here and open the door, wander on in, and you can just spend the night in the house with some villagers, have a chat, you know, a couple, whatever it is, villagers, drink, climb up to their rooftop fortress, whoops, fall off their rooftop fortress, have a look around and just observe the beautiful atmosphere and wait for the zombies to catch fire in the morning. So feel free to use the villagers, residents and things that are around the place if you spot them. It's not actually normal that one would appear this close to where you're staying, especially not one so elaborate and complete. This is actually really fascinating. Look, they've even got a walkway out into the water. I've never seen that on a spawned village before. Not to say that it doesn't exist, I just hadn't seen it. But anyway, so yeah, that's 3 different ways of being able to survive the night. Mostly they're useful when you're stuck. Don't do that, you'll get injured. Mostly they're useful if you're stuck out in the desert and don't have anything and you need to get up on a pedestal or something real fast. You can do that. But yeah, I still go with the platform, however, if you can't find a village nearby, because it just gives you the ability to do other things in the off hours. So anyway, there you go, another quick useful video. Coming up soon, we're going to show you how to build a forge, which is something you're going to need to start crafting a whole pile of other things. Okay, have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, leave a comment below. There's a few sections I've been putting into the comments to ask you guys some questions. Let me know what you think of them, and I'll see you on the flip side.